Okay, and the final part, part 5 of chapter 3, where it starts on page 94 with the critical period, more than just pronunciation. So we want to think if young children, if that's when you need to kind of form your pronunciation, is that also when you have to establish vocabulary concepts and grammar concepts like word order? And we can study children. I mean, we can study children when they come like to the U.S. We can watch children if they're 3 years old, 5 years old, 9 years old, 12, and we have a lot of examples. And in fact, a lot of times when you meet someone who's originally from another country, if they have no accent, you can pretty much assume they came here, like we were saying, sometime as a child. And then if they came here when they were 15 or 16, you might detect like this very slight accent that maybe some people don't even detect. And if they came here when they were 20 or 21, then more of an accent. So some people are good at actually determining, more or less the age that that person came into the new culture. So we have that's a type of informal research right there. Actually, adults can actually learn very fast, and there's been studies where adults will go to a new country, immigrate to a new country, they'll start really focusing on learning the language, working hard, and they'll learn sometimes faster even than kids will learn. And the kids are like playing and meeting people in the neighborhood. But then, of course, the kids eventually catch up, as one research project showed, that by 1 year, the kids have surpassed the adults. But teenagers do real well too. And finally, age on second language instruction from page 96. I mentioned before that kids do respond to cultural things and the songs and the foods. I think that's a great thing to do with young kids, introduce them to different foods, different cultures, maybe even, anime movies. They might take an interest in Japanese in the future. Traveling, of course, would be great. But yeah, early exposure definitely is going to be helpful. And in terms of the best age to start introducing English classes into school system, well, we don't really have that set yet. But in most countries, it starts with junior high. But a lot of countries are going into elementary school for sure, like 5th and 6th grade, and now like 3rd and 4th grade, and then possibly even, if you go down to like 6 or 7, then it's almost like, you're learning English at the same time, pretty much as your first language. I guess it goes back to that as well. And finally, one thing I wanted to mention was that we all have different strategies of how to learn a foreign language, and the more in touch we are with our learning styles, the way we learn, then we can develop the strategies that are going to work for us, and we can do that for our students. That's the end of chapter 3.